The next crop is marigold. This is one of the important loose flower or traditional flower. This falls under traditional flower group. So this is the one the crop we can cultivate very easily. So even in Karnataka, many companies are also working on these crops. So there are a lot of hybrids and varieties we can see under this. This is the one flower crop. Even apart from using as for traditional purpose, this is having lot of value in the some industries, mainly in the poultry industries, because this flower, the color extracted from this marigold, which can be used, are the marigold flowers are the extracts we can feed the chicks, that will helps in improving the yolk color. So this is having lot of industrial value. Apart from using as a cut flower, we can also see lot of industrial uses of this marigold. So under this there are two species. Generally, if we look into the botanical name, we can say it as a Tagetes species. But there are two species that I will be discussing in the coming slides. That is Tagetes erecta and Tagetes petula. This is the one crop belongs to the Asteraceae family. Normally, this chrysanthemum is the one flower crop we can say. Even China aster, this belongs to the Asteraceae family. And we can, when we look into the origin of this, it was from South America or Mexico. That is the center of origin. And these are the some uses, like it is a, like for traditional purpose for making garlands. Mainly this flower is having lot of value during the Ayodhya Puja, mainly in the North Indian states. We can use it as a garden display also, like garden display, like we can use it used to create some mass effect, like planting the same species in a group, or we can use it as a cut flower for decoration purpose. Even in the pots we can use for use we can use as a border or edg edge to separate one part of the garden from other. Even the marigold leaf, we can say that it is have value in curing some small problems like earache. Even leaf extract we can use to cure the earache problem. Even the flower extract, it is having blood purifying ability. Even it can be able to cure the piles related problems and ulcers. And apart from that, we can also use it in the essential oil industry. Apart from using as a loose flower, extensive use is loose flower. So apart from these are the other uses. So here definitely they will ask regarding this species of marigold, that is Tagetes erecta and petula. Erecta is tall type. African marigold, it is tall type. French marigold, it is dwarf one, based on the height and also flower size, flower production or yield. They have based on the chromosome number also, they have categorized like African and French marigold. Even we can also see some interspecific hybrids in this, like even between the African and French marigold, we can even in USA we can see the interspecific hybrids. So the ability of the hybrids is to produce early flowering, and the height is normally 60 centimeter. So this is the main difference, or what are the major difference between African and French marigold. Scientific name Tagetes erecta, it is for African marigold. Petula, it is for French marigold. So it is having tetraploid nature, that is French marigold. Or they may ask like which is a tetraploid marigold, which species of marigold is tetraploid, or what is the which species of this marigold is having chromosome number is 24. Or Africa, write the scientific name, which is the which of the following is the scientific name of African marigold or French marigold, like that. They may ask some questions under this. This slide is very very important. So normally the African one will be tall in nature, and the height will be like up to, it will go up to 90 centimeter. and the flowers will be also very bigger in size. So we can see different color flowers also, even lemon color or yellow color flowers. Since the height is more, it requires more spacing compared to French marigold. Like you can see here in French marigold it is 30 by 30 centimeter, where in African marigold it is 45 by 40, even up to 60 centimeter we can follow the spacing. And in case of African marigold, because of this vigorous nature, we can also expect bigger size flowers here. In case of French marigold, the flowers will be very small in size, and these are the some of the recently released varieties from IARI: Pusa, Narangi Genda, Basanti Genda. These are the varieties under African marigold. So like this also they will ask, even some of the ARS exam and all they have asked this. Pusa, Basanti Genda, Narangi Genda varieties belongs to which type of marigold? It is African marigold. Under African marigold. Suppose if they ask generally, you can write marigold, but specifically if they are asking means like it belongs to African marigold or French marigold or both or none. Like it is like African marigold only. So Pusa, Narangi Genda, Basanti Genda, and this African marigold is having ruling, like it is having lot of value compared to French marigold. And the flower yield will be more, around 800 gram we can expect from single plant, where here you can see all the opposite characteristics, like it is dwarf in nature and the height is also up to 30 centimeter we can expect. Here the spacing is also less, flower size is also less, and these are the Cupidello, Orange Flame, Festa, Harmony. These are the some of the varieties, and the yield 200 gram we can expect per plant. So this is the main important thing under marigold crop. So next is soil and climate. So we can cultivate in any type of soil, but if we specifically want to improve the yield, French marigold, it requires light soil compared to African marigold. Whereas African marigold we can cultivate commercially under even heavy black soils also. And heavy except frost, it is we can cultivate marigold in throughout the year we can cultivate. So around 1 to 1.5 kg of seeds required for a 1 hectare cultivation of marigold. Normally when we have to grow the seeds in the pro trays, when the plants are having 3 to 4 leaves, that time we can go for transplanting. Even too young or too long old seeds are not suitable for a, like the establishment will be not good in the field. So immediately after transplanting we have to provide the irrigation. Suppose specifically if we want to follow the sowing time and also transplanting, this is the one. Winter we can produce more yield. Suppose if we are planting during the October, November, say in December, February, March, we can expect more yield. And July, August, rainy season, so we can expect more yield if we plant during the. So this is the, throughout the year we can, irrespective of the seasons, we can extensively or commercially or successfully cultivate this marigold. It requires around 200, 100 kg of NPK. So same way here also, like 100 kg N, 100 kg P, 100 kg K we have to apply during the land preparation or before transplanting, and remaining 100 kg N we have to apply after 1 month of planting. So normally it requires around up to 60 days it will be in vegetative stage, and some of the early varieties will start producing the flowers within 60 days also. So up to 60 days are up to like 70, 80, 90 days we have to provide proper irrigation. So based on the soil moisture, if it is a summer, 4 to 5 days interval we have to provide the irrigation. If it is a winter, we can extend the irrigation, like 10 days once we can provide the irrigation based on the temperature and also soil. So these are the some of the recent Pusa, Narangi Genda and Basanti Genda IRI varieties. MDU, it is a mutant variety from TNA. So this Narangi Genda, Basanti Genda from African marigold, that you should know. So next is pinching. It is very important operation, mainly in case of African marigold. So we have to induce apical dominance. So because of the apical dominance, the plant will straightly grow. Suppose if we want to produce more yield, we have to do the pinching operation along with the 2 to 3 leaves in the tip portion. So it will enhance the auxiliary buds as well as branches production. So that will helps in enhancing the yield. So normally 40 days after planting we can go for pinching operation, and it will also we can also done after 60 days. So that will helps in enhancing the yield in case of marigold flowers. So normally it is harvested at fully open stage only. So before harvesting, the irrigation, some moisture content should be there in the field. So we have to continuously harvest the flowers so that we can increase the yield also. African marigold we can expect up to 18 tons of yield, whereas in French marigold it is less, around like 6 tons less. These are the some of the diseases and pest infestation, like mealybugs major problem in most of the flowers. So we can use imidacloprid, or imidacloprid is a dimethoate we can use. Thrips fipronil we can use to control the thrips. Spider mite, spider problem, that webbing we have to remove manually. Then leaf spot problem, we can use any conazole groups, and root rot problem. So quick dipping of the seedlings while transplanting in any fungicides like carbendazim. So that will help in controlling this problem. So this is in brief about marigold production. So here you have to concentrate on two species, that is erecta and petula. So which are the recently released varieties, that is Pusa, Narangi Genda, Basanti Genda. It is a seed propagated crop, and nowadays even some rooted cuttings also they are using, but that is not commercial one. Seeds, normally seeds. And also here you have to remember, like it is also having lot of value in the poultry industry. Color extraction, like carotenoids are carotenoid pigments which are extracted from the xanthophyls. These are the pigments we can extract from marigold. That pigment which is having value in the poultry industry. So this is in brief about marigold.